did you watch the World Cup yesterday and see the halftime show?
We did. Oh, yeah.
A minute and 45 seconds of BTS.
Yep. I watched the World Cup. Yuki watched the halftime show.
Runners, whether you're training for your first 5K or your 10th marathon, injuries don't have to be part of the journey. At Back in Action in Concord, New Hampshire, we specialize in keeping runners like you healthy, strong, and on the road. We put together a free run guide covering injury prevention and recovery, built specifically for runners. Download it free, find the link in the show notes. Don't wait until something hurts. Get the guide, stay in the game.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to our next installment of the Summer of Love series on the On the Runs podcast, brought to you by Back in Action. July is almost over, summer is halfway over, but guys, don't worry, because we have an incredible episode for you today on the Summer of Love series. But before we get to that, I have to say hello to my kick-ass rockstar for co-host, 6-star Erica. What's up?
What's going on, dude? Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you very much.
Did you have a good day? I hope you did.
I hope I did too, because we're, talking in the past. Right now,
Sure
I'm
are.
40, but if you're listening today, I'm 41. Yes, summer is halfway over, but I feel like July has taken its time. Honest to God, I really do.
You know what? For me, though, I feel like it has gone by in a flash, mostly because I've been either doing these crazy races or crewing them myself. So
Yeah,
I've
crushing the
been doing a lot
content
of
game,
stuff.
the stories with Jared doing the ultra.
You're
Incredible.
welcome.
Wow. Crush. It wasn't like 1 or 2 posts. It was like 13.
Well, I don't know if you
Damn.
guys were watching them, but I had no service for a big chunk of them. So I had driven home after he finished, which congratulations, Jared, you are a beast. And he did it in 20 and a half hours, just about. So
I love it.
he's an animal.
You did so
But
good. And smart move, just still getting the content and posting later.
well,
Smart.
I had to. There was nothing I could do.
I have to
So-
ask, final question before we get to our incredible guests
Sure,
and
sure,
talk
sure.
about our awesome sponsors. But I was texting you a little bit. You weren't responding, but you got to tell me there was a smile every time you saw those text messages.
Oh, Jordan and I were like, oh, Eric's micromanaging again.
I wasn't.
I know you were proud, but I was like,
Wait,
I
wait,
got
wait,
this,
wait,
baby.
wait, wait,
I
wait.
got this.
I wasn't micromanaging. I was saying this is amazing.
Yeah, but you were like, if you need some suggestions, I got this. And I was like,
It was
dude,
only because
I got
Jordan
this.
was there. I say, do one where you're talking to Jordan or something. Oh,
It's fine. It's fine. We had a
Guys.
little giggle from it. It was funny.
guys, I'm trying to pump her tires. I'm trying to say you're doing a great job. And
I appreciate you, man.
all I get is unreal.
You were great, man, and thank you for letting me do my thing. I mean, I posted at like 3:00 in the morning because that's when I got home that night. So that's when I actually had service and could post things. So I hope everybody enjoyed following along on Jared's journey, just because he's honestly incredible. His whole
Awesome.
family is incredible. Shout out Wendy and Denny for navigating and just taking care of Jared as he is, for raising such a great human being. Like,
Got the big documentary coming up. I know he's looking for some
Yes.
funds to support the whole thing. From what I know is they're making the first one, and that's going to be the big film, but they're trying to raise money to make it for the next 3 races, right? Because
Well,
I saw in your content the camera
the camera
girl
guy was there. Yep, Nick was there. Yep, and he was taking all kinds of content, and it was really cool just to see the footage that he was gathering. He is a professional, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope that Jared can reach his goal and get this thing made, because it's going to be absolutely incredible. He's just such a stellar human being, and I'm just so impressed with his athletic feats.
Well, that's awesome. You know who's not professional, but they're getting paid?
Wow, who?
Us. Why? Because we have some incredible sponsors who jumped on for this series. We got to get to
I
it,
knew
but we need to
that. I
thank
knew that.
Dr. Frank from Back in Action. Guys, check out the link in the show notes for that running pain-free guide. Please go check it out. Download the guide. It's incredible. I know a few people have done it already, and Frank gets like these notifications, and I saw him at Run Club at the Sound Run Club. He's like, got 2 more today. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. Thank you so much. Go and like, follow, share. Also got to give a fun little shout out to my race tats. You guys know them well, but UFOs. UFOs jumped on board. That one was really cool because every guest is getting a free pair of UFOs, and it's perfect because today's guest couldn't fit her UFOs in her luggage on her trip home from Japan the other week. And she was like, are you kidding me? I'm getting a pair of UFOs. Erica, who's on the podcast today?
This week we have Yuki and Eric Chorney, and they are just such a staple around the New England area. Yuki, if you don't know her yet, go listen to our previous episodes or go check out the Boston Marathon content. She's all over the place. She is the iconic running unicorn, and Eric is there every step of the way, being super supportive and an excellent runner himself, even though they don't run together. But you guys are going to hear all about this when we talk to them soon.
And there's a great story about an awkward breakup, and then, yeah. So it's great. It's great.
Stay tuned,
Actually, the
yeah.
breakup wasn't awkward. It was the aftermath. So,
Oh, yeah, definitely awkward, but you guys are going to want to stay tuned. So please enjoy Yuki and Eric Chorney on the On the Runs podcast, and we'll see you on the other side.
Our next 2 guests on the pod are no strangers to the New Hampshire running community. If they're not traveling around the world, you'll find them running in hundreds of 5Ks to ultramarathons around New England and beyond. If they're not running together, you'll see them supporting each other from the sidelines of local streets to Boylston, usually in costume. Nothing can come between them unless it's a local legend status on Dow Road. Needless to say, we are wicked excited to welcome Yuki and Eric back to the podcast. What's up, guys?
Excited to be here.
I am too. Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's
Eric's
so nice to
first
see you
time,
guys
too.
again. Oh, yeah, it's Eric's first time. And can I just say, your outfit is on point. Yuki has the beautiful, like, unicorn headband. And Eric, let me see your shirt. I married the Boston unicorn.
Yes.
I love this. I love everything about it.
But Eric's hat nails it. Eric just, if
Absolutely.
you're watching on video, Boston Bruins, baby.
Longtime fan, 40, 50 years now.
40, 50. Wow. Well, 41 for me now. 41. So anyways, I'm super excited to have you both here. Yuki, we know so much about you. You've been on our podcast. You've been on the Recrap. We know everybody knows the story, but we've never had Eric on before. And the nice part about this series is we have on a pod fam, and then we get to meet their significant other, and it's usually the guy we get to meet. So guys first, Eric, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, man, I don't know what to say. Just turned 50 about a week ago. Grew up down in Sharon, Massachusetts, right by Gillette Stadium, back day Foxborough Stadium. So it was literally like 5 minutes from the stadium. Actually was down there working Patriots games and at the World Cup in 1994 when it was held down in Massachusetts and other parts of the U.S. and known Yuki now for the last, what are we going on, almost 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the World Cup like in 94? It's been 32 years. Like, can you compare? We were just talking about it before the show. You guys just watched the halftime show. Yuki's favorite band was on it. But were you working the event at the stadium? And then is there any comparison on level of 32 years here?
I wasn't working at that. We only worked and raised money during the Patriots games back then, which I got quite an education going back to Gillette or Foxborough Stadium back in the day. But it wasn't anywhere near the excitement for the World Cup that there was this time around. Like the U.S. was not a big deal for soccer. It wasn't much. But when it started, there was a couple surprise teams, just like there was this year with Cape Verde. There was Nigeria or Cameroon who actually played in Foxborough for one of those games and had a huge upset. So it was fun. It just wasn't the same excitement around it.
So Eric, you mentioned that you met Yuki about 30 years ago. So can you tell us the story of when you guys first met? And then we do want to get back into you and your running story and like how you guys support each other. But I just love the connection of how you guys first met.
Yeah, so we met at work. So we both worked for Fidelity. I had been there maybe like 4 months longer, 5 months longer. So I was working on the phones at the time, and Yuki had just started with the company, and they'll bring people in and they'll let them listen to calls and get a sense of what the job's like as part of their first week or two. So I'm sitting there working, and manager. I see him walking over this, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, this pretty cute girl that's walking over. But the thing that I remember the most, and she's gonna kill me for saying it, but she was dressed like a stewardess by the time, and I was looking like she's cute, but why the fuck is she dressed like a stewardess as she's walking over? I'm like,
I was dressed
this is like a
professionally.
college atmosphere.
I was professional.
She's
So
got
are we
like this
talking,
really
like,
fancy
pencil
Talbot's
skirt,
outfit
like-
on.
I had a scarf
Well,
Oh, that is
Yeah.
around
classic,
my
like,
neck.
well,
flight
It's a nice
attendant, yeah.
scarf.
I work with some people, and now we're Facebook friends. When I like leave the office, you all connect on Facebook, and they're posting like these first ever day at work photos recently, and they're from the 80s. And I'm like looking at them like, what were they dressed into? It's such a different time. You two are definitely not in their category, but like it was a different time.
Yeah, I wore a suit to work with a scarf and everything. I wore high heels.
yep. She's all fancy walking over. I'm like, she's in the wrong place. What's going on here?
That's awesome.
Well, that's really cool. Is the office the one in Merrimack, by the way, with all those trails behind it?
It is, yeah. So literally, it's been 28 years. I just hit my 28th year there back in June. So
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
I used to work on the other side of Fidelity, and in between us was woods. And so I would go
Yep.
run back to running here, all
Yep.
those trails, like around the solar panel field. You know the one
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
run those.
From my understanding is Fidelity like invested in, like workers' quality of life and gave you guys got basketball courts or maybe pickleball now. You got
Yep.
all those walking trails and like
Uh-huh.
locker rooms and showers and everything, and like stay active at work and healthy because they want you there forever, right? Like everything around that whole facility is impressive, and I took advantage.
Absolutely,
Good for
as you
you.
should. I'd go to lunch, and they had like soccer nets. So we'd go out and play soccer at lunch, like 2 days a week. It was great.
And you got a lot of wildlife out there too. Do you see the deer as often as I
Yeah.
did when I would run? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
fun.
Like, this is like it's perfect for Yuki.
I
It's like
love
a Disney
wildlife.
princess, the deer just probably walks up to her.
Bears. Yes.
We have had bears on campus, so
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Wow, crazy. Erica could never. But so that's how you met work. That's awesome, actually. That's interesting. Like you were both already graduated high school, college. Were you both runners at the time?
one of us was definitely not a runner. That would be me.
Eric's cube, if you went to his cube, it would be literally a tower of empty Coke cans, regular Coke, like towers of them. And I would walk over to ask a question, and I'm like, how many Cokes do you drink a day? This is crazy.
Was there a
And he-
number? You got a number, Eric?
I wasn't that many. Come on, maybe like 4 or 5. I don't know.
It was a
Give a
tower.
little credit.
Yeah,
Just an afternoon
exactly.
pick me up. You're having like 700% of your daily sugar allotment.
Dude, I know.
And I did not hear the end of it. Don't worry.
How do you make your first move then? I'm gonna guess this was Eric because Yuki wasn't going for the guy with the Coke cans in his cube.
That's not exactly how it went.
It's
Oh.
not. So at Fidelity, there's a bunch of, we're all 20-year-olds, right? And we're all in the same boat. So every Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, we all would go out to the bars in Manchester and hang out. Well, Eric was part of that mutual friend group. And I remember I'm usually pretty loud. We're at the bar, but there was Eric. He's very quiet. He's sitting at the back of the bar always with his gin and tonic, not saying a word. And it was very mysterious, but I was very intrigued. So there's all these people, we're all talking, and I would look over and I'm like, who is he? I need to meet this guy, but he wouldn't come out and talk. He would sit by himself and like just observe
Mhm.
all of us going crazy. And so I told my friend, I'm like, I really think he's cute and I want to get to know him. And so it's like very high schoolish. They would say, oh, Eric, my friend likes you. And then he asked me out, but it was only because my friend Kathy had said to Eric, like, Yuki likes you. Maybe you should ask her out. And it went like that. But
It went like, when are you going to ask Yuki out already? So
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
I'm
what it
with you,
was.
man. Let's go.
So that's how the
doing
first
at
date was.
Bar just staring off. Were you looking at the small TV in the corner that had the Bruins game the whole time?
a lot of times, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. If not, we're watching the Sox, something like that. So
I just thought he was mysterious because of that. I didn't know what was going on. I just thought I like the quiet guy. I don't like the guy that's like the center of attention, acting crazy at the bar. I like the quiet, soft-spoken, calm,
Not going to get in
person.
trouble.
right?
Not gonna,
Someone
yeah.
who I could rely on.
Yuki, we got to know you a while ago, episode 101, crazy enough to think of
Wow.
that. What were you doing at this point? Let's kind of circle it back to running, because we know your dad got you to do the Boston Marathon. You're part of
hmm
the running club in Nashua. I thought it was like Gate City Striders.
Yes.
So you were part of that. Like, where in your life were you with running at this point? Were you in deep right now?
Yeah, so I joined Fidelity in September of 1998, and that was the year I ran my first Boston Marathon. So it was kind of like I'd started running in 1996. So I'm in that stage where it's all very new. I'm in a couple of years. I'm kind of getting these goals. I've just ran my, second marathon in my life, and I was really into running, like completely like locked in. Like I have all these goals. I was running all the time. I met Eric. He wasn't a runner at the time, but I really wanted to be around Eric. And so at that point, it was just more around, I just want to hang out with Eric. I don't care if he runs or not.
What were you doing, Eric, then? Like, were you you weren't a runner, because you kind of hinted at that. Were you a hockey player playing beer league hockey with the guys late at night, or were you like playing
I would
pickup?
like to have been.
Yeah.
But no, I played soccer all through high school, and then my senior year, I did some pretty good damage to my knees. So
Oh.
I played intramural sports in college, and then I don't know, graduated and just got real lazy when I got to Fidelity. It was like an extension of college for a little bit there. It was like a party every weekend. So I was getting a little bit lazy, and I wasn't running, and I wasn't really doing anything much for those first couple of years.
Was it
Yeah.
Yuki that helped you flip the switch, or like what actually got you started on your running journey?
Yeah, she helped me. I think there was two things. I did want to get back to playing soccer. I wanted to join some leagues out there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get back in shape. I had let it gone, far enough, long enough. And so, I was watching her run. I go to the races, and I'm like, well, I can just sit here and just wait for her to finish, which is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't keep doing
Worst
that for too
parade
long.
ever.
Exactly. Like, what is this? I should just go out there and give it a shot. And I'm sure I can beat her. So yeah, I'll go out there and I'll start running.
Did you have this vision, like the first time I went and watched my wife do a triathlon, because she did a few before me. This is long time ago. I remember watching and thinking I could never do this. And then seeing people, and I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. Was that kind of like, you're a soccer player, you're running, you had a little knee injury, maybe it was a big knee injury. You're living the college life post college still. Did you like just see other people out there? Like, Yuki might be fast, but you saw other people, maybe you're like, I could do this too?
I mean, I saw some old people out there running. I'm like, if the 7-year-old
My parents are out there running.
yeah. I mean, I can't let her mom and dad put me to shame. I got to go out there and do something.
That's right.
Do you remember their first race together then? Like, Yuki, did you run together, or did you like leave him in your dust?
Well, we definitely did not run together. I think we figured that out pretty
No.
quickly. That was not going to work well, for us.
I-
But
I think he wanted to spend time with me, and I would bring him along to Run Club. And
Yep.
so he would run at Run Club and do that. And I think that's how it started.
yeah, and I quickly figured out I wasn't going to be able to keep up with her. So I quickly put that notion to bed. But
Well,
yeah.
hey, at least at Run Club, you guys are in the same vicinity. You're
Yes.
still
Yep.
like talking to the same kind of people. You're doing your own thing, but it's being like alone, like together.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
When did you learn, though, that Yuki had this, I don't know what to call it, Eric, how about this fantasy, like dressing up, glitter, gems, costumes,
I
like,
feel like that came on later, a little later in
Yeah.
life, didn't
Was
it? Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that was not, when I asked her to marry me, that was not in the, it was not in the vows.
He did not
I
know
didn't
anything about that.
Yeah, that was
Glitter was
like
not
an
part of
addendum
it.
added on like 10 years later. I don't know.
Because if glitter was already part of it, maybe Yuki played this right. Like, it would
She
have been
did.
over. That could be a deal breaker, because glitter just never goes away.
Yep, she slow played that one. She knew exactly what she was doing the whole time.
Yes. Yes.
It took a while before she really truly got into that.
But I think Eric knew what he was getting into from the get-go, because I will tell this story. I have to tell this story, how we
Yes.
got together, because we did work together. We dated a few times after he asked me out. My friend coaxed him, but then it didn't work out, right? So
Oh.
it didn't work out the first time. But a month later, was it a week later,
It's
we had
literally like a week later.
a shift reassignment a lottery.
Mhm.
And we got our assignments, and I had a manager come over. My new manager comes over. She says, "Welcome to the team. I want to let you know I'm putting you in a cube with our top performer. I want him to be your mentor. His name is Eric Chorney. And at this point, I'm thinking, the Eric Chorney that basically a week ago said, this isn't going to work out. You're too much for me. Too much for me. Because it wasn't glitter and sparkles, but I have a big personality. I'm very loud, but I think he realized and said that to me. So he says this to me a week before I get put in a cube with Eric. So here we are in the office. I'm sharing a 10 by 10 cube with the person who just said I was too much, and I'm being told he has to be my mentor. And so this is how it all began. And I said, our careers are important. I said, we're going to be adults about this. Let's be professionals. We can do this. I know it's going to be tough. It was a 10-hour shift. Yeah,
Seriously.
wow.
it was The Office. It was Pam and Jim. So we were just friends. And I said, we're going to be friends. We're going to make this work. But as time went on, I think we just talked. We started dating other people. We would talk and laugh about the dates we were on. And we would have competitions at work, and we'd have fun with each other. Like, who's getting the most leads? And I'd turn around and I'd be like, boom, I got one.
Yeah, there was competition.
We were having fun with each other. And then one day I just realized, you know what? I really want to spend the rest of my life with this person. I'm having so much fun. We were laughing, and I'm like, but we're dating other people. So I did one day, I go, if I don't say anything right now that I think that I like him more as a friend, because we were friends for a while, that I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. So I said, I told him one day, and I'm like, that's a big matzo ball that I'm putting out there. And I don't know what's going to happen, but he agreed, and he felt the same way. And if we weren't putting that cube together, we probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. So thank you for that.
Do you remember that boss?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I still see her at Fidelity every once in a while.
We told her after. We did not. She did not know
She didn't know.
anything.
Yeah.
We told her after.
Together,
No, definitely not.
Well, Eric, I want to go back to her story, though. When you found out you had to share the cube, and you just told Yuki you're a little too much. Like, when you were told you're going to go to Yuki and mentor her, what were you thinking?
I was like, what did I do to deserve this? I did something wrong. I pissed somebody off. I don't know. But I was worried. I mean, she's like, chaos running around a Fidelity site, causing trouble. No, it was interesting, to say the least.
I guess just to understand, we don't need to dive into work, but just to kind of understand what you were doing and what they asked you to mentor her with, and you were working on leads and sales. Like, I don't know a lot about Fidelity, but what is it that you two were doing there?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing customer service and trading for clients. And I had a financial background, right? So I came to Fidelity. I had gone to Bryant College or Bryant University, and studied finance there. And Yuki had no financial background. So like I passed all the serious exams, all the exams that you had to take without any issue. I helped her study when we were dating early on. And so I just had the background to help answer questions for her and things like that. And just
I knew nothing.
her. And I'd been there for a little bit longer. So
yeah.
And she would ask a lot of questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, going into a new profession. Yeah.
I was a Japanese teacher prior to this. Yep. So I come from an education background. This was all new to me.
So it sounded like the competition kind of started early for the two of you. You're fighting for leads, and today you're fighting on Dow Road. We'll get to Dow Road later, but let's stick with running. It is a running podcast, and it is a Summer of Love series. And what I think is really cool is usually when I see Yuki, I see Eric there. So Yuki, you got him to come to your run club because he wants to hang out with you. Do you remember building him up? He wasn't a runner. He had a knee injury. You've run marathons already. What was kind of that evolution of running for Eric?
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, I just started simple, right? Started with a 5K. Actually, first 5K was, believe it or not, we went all the way to Ottawa. I think that was when I finally threw in the towel. I'm like, we're going to go on this running trip. Yuki's going to run a half marathon up in Ottawa. I'm like, I can go all the way up there. You know what? I'm going to train for this thing. I'm going to start running. So that was the one that really kind of got me going. And I very quickly, moved up the ladder from there. Trying to go back and look, but I think I did a 10K before, getting out of the first year of running. So it built pretty quickly.
He ramped up pretty quick because I was getting really into running. Eric actually ran an ultra marathon before he even did a regular marathon, just because that's where I was at. And I said, if you're coming, I mean, you can sign up if you want, but this is the race I'm doing. And it's 8 hours and you can just, so Eric's like, I've never run more than like
half marathon. No, I'd done 20 miles.
You've done a 20 miler in Martha's Vineyard, but he's like, well, I guess I'll go. I don't know what I'm going to do for 8 hours, but I'll sign up. So Eric went and did 40 miles for his first ultra
Amazing.
without even doing a regular marathon. So I'm really proud of him for that because he just comes along and whatever race I'm doing, he just decides he's going to sign up to.
You have a lot of the fancy free attitude, which I love. So going back to it too, you mentioned going to Ottawa for your first 5K. You guys do a lot of traveling, but where are some of the coolest places that running has brought the two of you?
Oh, well, without a doubt, we went we purchased a trip for one of our anniversaries, but we went and did the Jamaica half marathon and went with a whole group of people and ran. And that one was interesting because you had to get up and it started at 5 a.m. and pretty much your run was can you beat the sunrise? Because once the sun came up, it went from unbearably hot to unbearably hot with the sun, literally baking you.
That's a challenge in itself. Yeah,
that was. So that was an interesting one.
That was Eric's idea. He surprised me. He's like, I got a trip for us to Jamaica and we're going to do the half marathon. So it was not my idea at all. I was like, this is great. I didn't even know there was a half marathon and it was called the Reggae half marathon. So it was super cool. I loved it.
Oh, I've taught him well.
Yes. He knows
I knew
me
I was
well.
addicted.
Yeah.
It's taken you around the world, Eric. I tried to do research on you. It was hard.
I know.
You had 12 Instagram photos. No, 12 is too many.
Really? I had that many?
Wow.
and it's like a wedding picture from your wedding day and everything. Nothing running. The only thing I know about you running is when I see you at a race. So I had a hard time doing some research. But what is your kind of goals? Like Yuki's done the majors. She's run Boston. Have you ever run Boston? Do you have goals to run the majors? You go to all the majors with her, and I get the sense hey, if you're running, I'm going to run too. So what's kind of your running goals here, and what do you strive to do?
Yeah, so I have run Boston once, and actually I was going to. I didn't end up doing it, but I was going to run Boston in this T-shirt. But it ended up being just a day that was a little bit warmer, and I don't do well in the heat to begin with. And, for my own sake, I decided to pull the plug on that one. And not run it. So, but my goal coming up is I'm raising money right now to go run the New York City Marathon in November.
This year?
Yeah, this year. So this year will mark my mom passed from lung cancer 20 years ago, back in June. And so for the 20th anniversary, just as a tribute to her, I'm raising money for longevity, team longevity for lung cancer awareness. So that's my goal right now after coming back from our trip, but just starting to try and figure out how I'm actually gonna run that. I feel like it's a daunting task right now because I haven't been running quite as much distance in the last couple of years as I was before.
You got plenty of time to get there. No worries.
Yeah. And if you do it now, in 2 months, you're gonna feel like a rock star because of this heat and humidity right now.
Yes.
And you're gonna feel like you're not making any gains. Because that was me a year ago. I ran the New York City Marathon. Yeah. Have you run it yet before? Because I know you've been there. You've supported and you've dealt with that chaos.
Yes.
It's worse to be a spectator.
It was hard. It's hard work.
So wait, Yuki, are you running New York?
I am. We're both going to run it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you going to run together?
No.
We both have our own goals, and we figured out a long time ago we do our own thing when it comes to running.
We can't run together.
Are you going to get to start together?
I doubt it.
I want that first wave, man.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get on the bus, over to the start line together.
Maybe,
That's where I want to go. I want to know,
Maybe.
what's your game plan? Are you going to bus it or take the ferry? Because, dude, I took the ferry, and I don't know who would take the bus after that ferry ride and the day I had. It was incredible.
Really? We'll have to talk more about that then.
Bad.
Yuki's always done the bus, and I know exactly where it
is,
and we stay right by
I don't like going on the ferry and then you have to take a bus, and I feel like that's just extra logistics.
Probably right. And I could do the bus now, but man, I think there's a couple things. If you're ever running New York for your first time, automatic, you got to run on the top of the bridge.
Yes.
You can't get the bottom. And then I think you got to take the ferry. If you're not in the first two waves, especially if it's a beautiful day. I mean, it was
Mm.
epic. That was like just the icing on the cake getting there. It's a marathon to get there, right? It was 5 hours to get there from my sister's place in Queens all the way to
The bus is way easier.
all the way until when we started. But we didn't get there 5 hours early either. So the travel was kind of just part of it. Couple subways, ferry, bus, hour and a half, 2 hours, green flag, let's go. It was and the bathrooms were the lines weren't as long, I'll say, at that point.
Yeah, because everybody's already running.
That's the benefit.
Yeah.
We might try it this year. I'd be up for it for a different experience.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. I mean, if the weather's shitty, if it's raining or windy, I could see it sucking. Yeah. But not on my day. Dude, it's going to be the coolest marathon you've ever run. I'm a Boston guy. I think Boston's number one, but I don't know how Boston could top the New York experience.
It definitely is a party. I've gone and cheered Yuki on for a few of them now, and it's a little bit crazy. Like it's a contact sport to go and cheer at the New York City Marathon, at least where I go. Like it's like 10 people deep, and if you want to get to that front, like you're at, if someone moves, you got to elbow your way right in there. Otherwise, you're not getting up to the front.
A mosh pit.
Exactly.
You bring up a great point too, because you do a ton of supporting. We get to see Yuki in the Boston Marathon. We get to see everything she does. She dresses up. We'll get to her whole dressing up in costume soon. But like supporting is a sport in itself, spectating, right? Yes. How do you spectate? How do you keep track of her? What I need is right behind my shoulder. My family has those fat heads right there.
Yep.
And they wave them high above everyone, and then I can see them. You're always chasing Yuki. You're trying to find her. You're tracking her, whether she's like going really fast, or you might be like, what's going on? Her tracker's not moving. Turned out she sat down in someone else's crap.
But that story.
Supporting is a sport. Spectating is a sport. How do you spectate with Yuki? Like, what are some of the things you learned along the years?
What have you learned?
It's tough, right? Because you're out there, Boston Marathon, there's a lot of people running, and she's so short. So, like, for the longest time, I'm like, this is going to be super stressful. I got to have like 10 people trying to spot her coming down the road. So it'd be a little bit of a challenge. And then she got into the whole, costume and unicorn thing. And then it got a little bit easier just for the unicorn horn or the sparkle and the, everything else that's flown behind her after that. But no, we had our spot. Like, I mean, it was, we had the kids, right? And we had our spot. We go to the same spot every single year for a long, long time. I don't even know how many in a row we went to at that same, right around mile 16.
Yeah. Eric's been at the Boston Marathon cheering for me since 1999. So amazing. He's been there, and that's all of them. That's 24.
Yeah. I've cheered for all of them except the one that I ran. So
what year was that you ran?
I ran in 2022, and I wasn't expecting to run. Like I actually got extremely lucky to get a bib, and I was that was for me, that was my peak running time between the end of 2021 and 2022. We ran the Clearwater 50K back in January, and at that time I wasn't running the Boston Marathon, and then I did, just because Yuki was training, I went and did the 20-miler on Martha's Vineyard. And a half marathon in March. And the entire time I was trying to like win a bib through all these contests to Boston. And I made a contact with Honda, and whatever it was, the last day to sign up, maybe like 2 weeks before the marathon, I got a text from him saying, hey, if you get this, call me right now. And sure enough, I called him. He's like, we have a few extra corporate sponsored bibs. If you want one, you got to take it, but you got to sign up tonight because it closes at midnight or whatever. And so 2 weeks before I got a bib and decided to go and run. Yep.
So who was there supporting you? Did you have were your parents there, Yuki, like in the crowds? Like,
did you trust the kids at that point?
Well, that was I know. Yeah. Well, so Yuki had like the Unicorn Club back then, right? So she had tickets to go and be in the grandstands.
The grandstands, yeah.
And so her parents were there, and the kids were there. So yeah, we had them right at the finish for it.
Good.
Yeah. I didn't get to go with Eric because I had my own club bus to go to. So I had to let Eric navigate on his own.
No, we get up in the morning and she goes in the nice fancy Unicorn Club, bus with the fancy seats, and I get to go up with all the commoners in Boston Common. Go sit on a school bus. She ditched me. So
good luck, honey.
If you ask if we're running together in New York City, you already know the answer.
Well, that's part of the experience, Eric.
That's part of the Yuki experience. That's right.
She earned that, and then you get to do it the way that everybody else gets to do it.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
you know exactly what she's been through.
I just have to say, Eric is if you want anyone supporting you in any race, whether it's crewing an ultra or going to a marathon, this is the guy you want. I mean, there's nobody who stays calm under pressure completely. Like he is the best. People have said, "Oh, can we have Eric crew for us?" Because you want Eric on your team. He's so organized. He's a problem solver. If anything comes up, he will figure it out. Like he's, whereas I'm catastrophizing everything. Like this is going to be the end.
And not organized.
I'm completely disorganized. He's very organized. So you want Eric. He will have everything under control.
Do you enjoy that better? Like I actually love doing crew support.
I don't mind it actually. I do enjoy it over the pain of actually running. Yeah, it's been good.
Until you get hit by a Coke bottle.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
yes,
what happened?
That happens. We had one. I think it was the infamous Coke bottle cap incident of 2016 Boston Marathon. So she wanted like flat Coke.
It has to be flat.
It was one of those days where it was really hot, and she was just waiting and waiting and waiting for this Coke. Like she was looking forward to it, as I found out after. And I didn't have like the bottle cap unscrewed for her. You know what I mean? Like it was screwed on, and she couldn't get it off, and just whipped it right at me.
I whipped it at his face.
Oh God.
So I learned not to take it personally.
Right, especially in the moment. But like, what are some stories of crewing that you have? I know of the one, it's on video. You like threw a bag at her, had like 20 medals in it. Are there any fun crewing stories? Anything from like wardrobe malfunctions to getting that Coke bottle thrown at you?
I mean, definitely a Coke bottle is a classic. I don't know, maybe when you did the Vermont 100, and every time like you would park and have to go somewhere, it was a decent walk. And of course, Yuki, it's not like, I'm just going to take 4 things and just bring me these 4 things. No, I need an entire 3 bins of things brought because I don't know what I'm going to need. So I had a wheel,
it was heavy.
Yeah, like a beach cart with 3 different things.
Erica knows she had that.
I just had to do this, and I know I'm picturing exactly what you're going through. Yep.
Yeah, I probably pulled that thing for like 5 or 6 miles over the course of
believable.
And he paced me the last 5 miles of that race.
Oh my God.
And it wasn't easy because I had a blister the size of a golf ball and I was doing like 30 minutes per mile and I was in agony. And poor Eric had to deal with me like it was literally dawn at this point.
It was walking at that point, so it was easy pacing.
And you know what he did? He was so cute. They were driving around Vermont and he found a unicorn hat with a flashlight on top. And I don't know, mile 80 or whatever it was, no, mile 90 something. I'm dying and I show up at the aid station and Eric comes over with this lit up unicorn hat to cheer me up because I was so I was so upset. And he's like, I'm ready to run the last 5 miles with you. And I said, okay. That made my day. That's the kind of support you want. He knows me. Like the unicorn hat was going to cheer me up.
Yeah. Our guest just last week, actually, we were talking about exactly that. You had a runner, and then you had the husband. Matt was the crew guy, and Matt had to understand Ashley's moods a lot of the time, and he had to manage those moods. And he had to know, like, Yuki, I don't know what your goal is in a lot of these races, if you're trying to win or trying to podium or just trying to finish. But Eric, like those kind of things, you've been with Yuki for 20 plus years now. Have you learned when to be funny, when to be serious, when to be the goofball and cheer her up, or when to just not say anything at all?
Yeah, I think I've learned it pretty well, but sometimes I can't help myself, and I know I'm going to get myself in trouble.
The best
but I can't help myself sometimes as well. But no, I've definitely, I think it's one of the best things that we do in general is we kind of learned what's important to each other and try to get those telltale signs so we don't get in too much trouble unless we really want to.
There was a time that we were doing that Pineland race, the 50K. I was running my first 50K, and I was so excited. We're at Pineland Farms up in Maine. We're staying overnight, and Eric was going to run the 25K because we always, run a race together. And I think I forgot.
You've got your shoes, your trail shoes, and your watch.
And I first forgot my watch. So we're driving to the location, and I said, I forgot my watch. I'm always forgetting things. So we drive back, get my watch, and then we got to the event.
Yeah, we were like 20 minutes away from this.
We get to the event, and I open my bag. I'm like, shit, I don't have my shoes for the race. And poor Eric is like, he just says, I'll drive back to the hotel. He has his own race to run, right? But again, I didn't have my shoes, and he knew like she's got her first 50K ever. Like, I need to go back. And he went back, got my sneakers, found me. I was already starting the race. He found me during the race. I changed my shoes during the race because I was wearing these random sneakers. And then he went on to run his own 25K. So that's just teamwork. But again, he didn't like say, it's your own fault. You need to be accountable. He was like, I'll take care of it.
Wait, I should have said that.
You should have said that, but you didn't.
Next time.
Consequences, you didn't. You weren't. You were being like the nice parent. He does that for the kids.
Probably will be one, right?
Yeah, next time you get it. You got to learn your consequences.
Yeah.
So Yuki, you were mentioning that sometimes you're a little like you forget some things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you run late. Eric always seems to have a camera going when you forget something at your house. Tell us, like, are there any good stories of like forgetting other things for races?
I mean, she's always late. Like I wish I had the camera running full time. I really should. Like, it should just be something that's like propped up in front of our house, because I only catch maybe like a quarter of it, and I probably have missed some of the best things. But for most races, like by the time I catch her on video, that's probably like the third time she's run back in the house because she's forgot something, and it's always something. And
Yeah.
she screams, like she shrieks, like, "Oh my God, I forgot this!" And
And the house is a disaster because
Yep.
I end up throwing things everywhere just in search of these items. But yeah, the one I forgot, I almost like lost the Vermont bib.
that's right. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
This
We're at the starting line. She's just showing out, getting ready to go. Or
no, it was
wasn't
the
even
night
starting.
before. It
Yeah.
was the race. This race starts at 4 a.m. So
Yep.
the night before, we're just hanging out base camp, and I'm just chit chatting, being social, taking photos, having fun. And I'm not even thinking about prepping. This is why I forget things, because I do other things. I'm either getting my costume ready or I'm getting makeup ready. I'm doing things that are just really non-essentials, but that's just what I do. And I can't fix that. It's just who I am. But I think I was just talking, and Eric comes over and hands me my bib to the race. I go, oh, okay. He's like, you had this packed away at the bottom of the car, like under a seat somewhere. I'm like, what? He's like, yes, this is your bib for the race. I mean, imagine, like, the race is at 4 a.m. Imagine getting up at 2 a.m. and not having your bib, not knowing where it is. But yeah, that's
Yuki.
Eric has everything. He's got everything the night before, and I should have learned. My dad always has everything ready a week before a race, but I am literally like doing this the day of, like the morning of. And I still haven't learned my lesson.
Running around.
You guys make a good team, though. You balance each other out.
Erics know how to do it, especially the ones who spell the name right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
I want to know then. So Yuki is doing these amazing costumes. Anything like the New York one. What the New York was like New York and Star Wars, right? You got the Boston Marathon ones. A lot of these she's making herself and spending hours on. And you see these photos of her in the hotel room, which you must not get, like, you must get charged for all the glitter or something when you leave.
We haven't had to pay too much for that.
I'm just picturing how organized you are, Eric, and then how much stuff Yuki brings just for the costume. And
Absolutely.
I know when my wife and kids do arts and crafts projects, I just need to keep my mouth shut. But like, this goes with you. It's in the car, it's in the hotel, it's in the house, it's probably all over your clothes. Talk a little bit about the start and the evolution of Yuki's costumes, glitter, gems, the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken a wild turn over the years, right?
Dazzling. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So it started with like, minor kind of small stuff, and she's gotten at this point where it's like, we can't go backwards in time now. Every single costume has to have more glitter, more sparkle, and more craziness than the last one. Yeah, exactly. Like, we can't go backwards at this point.
No, Eric will have glitter all over his face when he goes to work, and people are like, what is going? I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah, they get the wrong impression.
Bother asking at this point.
They think maybe I've been somewhere where I probably shouldn't be going, but
yeah, the other Millennium Club.
Exactly. Yeah. Somewhere else in Bedford, but.
Tell me then, Yuki dropped this amazing story on the podcast, and when she dropped it, you were the only person in the world to know. So she had this trust in you, and she's like, I have to tell someone. But the story is, to shorten it up, Yuki built this beautiful costume with these like these
The arm.
waves look like flames on her forearms.
Yep.
And you're tracking her, and then all of a sudden her tracker stops. And you're like, geez, what's going on? Is she okay? And then it starts moving again. When she tells you these stories and when she has these wardrobe malfunctions, like, what goes through your mind, especially that code brown?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, I expect none the less. I know there's going to be some weird stuff that happens out there on these races with Yuki. Like, she somehow just attracts the chaos. It attracts this kind of stuff to happen to her during these runs. But yeah, when you see it start to slow down, like you do get nervous. Like, I have full confidence. I'm like, she's always going to go out there and kick ass in all of these races. So like, if it ever slows down, like, I always get worried about the worst, like an injury or something that's pulled her out of it. Because otherwise, I know she's struggling right through it. But yeah, that one, when she told me after on that race, I might have taken about 10 to 15 steps away from her.
Go take a shower.
Yep, exactly. Let's talk later about this.
The evolution of her costume over time, though, it just gets, like you said, bigger and bigger. You can't go backwards. Like, outside of the two of you in the house, like, just the outside perception, everyone sees her. She's all over the Boston Marathon Instagram page now. If she wears something amazing, that social media page is going to find it, get a picture posted.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, Yuki's kind of a big deal. She's kind of famous.
Yep.
How has that, like, how have you taken all that in from an outsider's perspective?
I mean, there's so much.
At the same time.
I don't know if we have enough time on this podcast to cover all of it, but she's like a machine now. She's like, first off, she's like Bill Belichick, right? There's no days off, right? So we finished the Boston Marathon, and literally, like, the next day, she's like, all right, I got an idea for next year's costume. This is what it's going to be. Like,
planning
that's
starts.
all we're thinking about. She's like, and then there's New York. Wait, I got to do New York first. We got to start working on that. So at this point, like, we don't talk about training. We don't talk about food. We don't talk about any of that stuff. We pretty much only talk about costumes in the house. And I know way more about costumes than I ever wanted to.
At that point, though, the training and the food and stuff is the easy part. That's normal. And then now you're just trying to plan for everything else. So that makes a lot of sense.
Like, I would have told people back in the day, like, you wouldn't believe how much time and effort she puts into training for all this. And now I tell people, you wouldn't believe how much time and effort she puts into costuming for these runs. So yeah.
Well, I mean, we did see the breakdown of this last year's costume with all the bedazzling and how long it took you to actually do that. So
Eric liked that one.
Yep.
He had to cover me in duct tape and saran wrap so I could mail my body mold. And at first he's like, how long is this going to take? I go, just do what I'm telling you to do. Wrap me in duct tape now.
That was a new one.
Lapse, right? Like a video you made of him going around and around and around. What's your involvement, Eric? Like, I know she has you help out sometimes. Are you next to her with a glue gun, putting glitter on a shoe while she does the other? Do the kids get involved in this? Like, is this a team effort underneath one roof?
No, I am not trusted to put bedazzles on anything. I'm not allowed to go near it. I can go buy the stuff. I can make sure it's all cleaned up afterwards, but I'm not trusted to put one single sparkle on. But it is fun.
You could give him a little bit of extra
I
responsibility.
wish he could. I wish he could do it. I wouldn't mind.
It's a classic. I'll fold the laundry, but if you want it done right,
you got to do it yourself.
Eric. Well played.
Yeah. No, we don't mess around with costumes. Anything else I can do, but we don't mess with.
That's fair enough. But at least
he does the dishes.
You're totally embracing the unicorn spirit. I mean, the T-shirt says it all. You're wearing Yuki on your T-shirt. So you have embraced the new lifestyle. This is how it is from now on.
I get Facebook messages from people I went to, like, high school with, and they're like, I think I saw your wife. She was in some reel on Boston.com. I'm like, really? All right, yeah, that's her.
When Eric ran his Boston Marathon, there were some people from Millennium that were cheering. And instead of saying, go Eric, they didn't know who is his name. They said, go Mr. Yuki. It was Katie, Sparkles, and Mel. They were like, Mel's like, I don't know. We just know him as Mr. Yuki. So that's what people called him back then.
I didn't respond.
So funny.
I still haven't heard the end of it either.
Oh, my God.
Knowing the two of them, I feel like they would probably call you Mr. Yuki anyways. Like,
they still do. Yep.
Okay, guys.
Yuki, I don't know if we actually got to talk about it last time, but the same question for you, actually. The evolution that you've become since, especially in the last, like, do you feel like the last 3-4 years it's become bigger. Like you're everywhere. People are posting like if you just
She's
Google,
iconic.
if you hashtag Boston Marathon, exactly iconic. You're seeing photos of you like in general searches now. How does this feel to see it all the time now?
It's weird. I don't feel like I'm out there everywhere, but then at the same time I would think I was walking around in Boston or running Boston and random people were like, "I saw you on TikTok," or "I saw you on Instagram." You did? Like,
We were at a concert.
oh God, yes. We were at a BTS concert, wasn't it?
No
I
way.
think it was a different one. It was at the Garden.
Some woman came over. What did she say?
She's like, I know you. I follow you on Instagram. You're the Boston Unicorn or something
So
like
she
that.
recognized you like not
Yeah.
At
in
a big at a concert, and
Yep.
wow.
it just blows my. I'm like, I don't think of it that way. I'm just out there doing like running. I'm just wearing.
doing
I don't
stuff
think
you
it's a
love.
big deal.
Well, it's one of those costumes that when someone sees, they're like, get a video of that. And they might not even know you or know who you are, but then you're in everybody's mix and it's just going, it's big and big. And now you got everybody knows about it. And then you're
just brings
always
so much
on
joy.
TV when you cross the
It's
finish
fun.
line in Boston. It's become a thing. It's become so cool for an outsider like us to see this and just like to hear your perspective of it is, I love that you say it's weird. Because you just do it for fun and then right.
It's fine. If I wasn't on any reel, I really wouldn't care. I'd still do it anyway. So I'm not really. I don't think of it like that. But when Carolina texted me, she's like, "You're on the Boston Marathon's like Instagram page." I'm like, "What?
Every year, like the past 3 or 4.
What?
Yep.
Like, no."
You are a staple now. Everybody looks forward to it.
And then you talk to people all over the world. We had Brittany Charbonneau on for a hot minute the other day.
Oh, I love her.
We're like, have you ever heard of Yuki?
Yeah,
Dude.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that. Yes. It made me smile. I'm like, oh, she's so sweet. Love her.
So we love that you two run together. Not really. You push each other to run, but you don't run races together. However, you are competitive.
Yep.
And last year, the Battle of Dow Road went down. And Strava's really cool for this local legend thing. And Dow Road, it must be like local to you. Tell us how this all started, because it started as a thing of just between the two of you. And then it kind of like grew outside where people would joke, "Hey, I'm going to go run Dow Road."
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like we didn't set up that route or anything. We were just running Strava, and like we've been here for over
21
years
years,
now.
yeah.
And we started running that road when it was a dirt road. It wasn't even paved. There were no houses built. We just started running. We'd always be running. It's just part of it was the flattest road, I think, that flattest area that you could find around here. And then I think one day, I forget which one of us got the email, but one of us got like, "Hey, you're the new local legend of Dow Road." And I was like, well, what is this local legend thing? We didn't know anything about it. And then I saw that I took it from Yuki, or she took it from me, and it got both of us fired up. And so from then on, it was, game on. I'm going to win this day. I'm going to go out there. So
because we never run together at a training run ever.
Yep.
Like we're separate.
I know I can't beat her out on a course, but I can beat her on Dow Road. So that's what we're going to do.
So it was fun because it wasn't related to speed. It was just perseverance and stamina. And
Right. Who could run it the most? And you two kind of built it up. Like, I don't know. I think I do follow you, Eric, on Strava. That might be the only place I get to see your runs, but you two would be like back on top of Dow Road. Maybe you would do a little internal, like, Strava social media competition here. You got other people involved. You built this up a little bit. This was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we just did it for fun. Yuki likes to post things, and it was good. It's a good time, like, and it helps keep us motivated. Like for me, I'm like, I can't not go out there. I got to keep up. So it definitely keeps me motivated and going. But people seem to really get a kick out of it. So we just kind of kept it going from there.
One day, I think I had to do a 20-mile run. And I said, what am I going to do? And I said, Eric's the current local legend. If I go out and do my 20-mile run, and like the Dow Road segment is a 1-mile segment, it's a cul-de-sac. So I was like, it's safe. I'll just go up and down like 20 times and take over this thing. So like things like that. And I think we went on vacation once, and our friends thought it'd be fun to try to overtake the local legend, because I'm always talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm always talking about it. Like Eric and Yuki are on vacation. And like 6 of them went out to Dow Road and started running, but
Yeah, they
They-
did like 12 miles. They didn't even come close to us at that point. That's
They
nowhere
tried.
That
near.
doesn't surprise me.
they tried.
So-
And when we came back from Japan, they said, "Why didn't we go?
Yep,
Why
3
didn't we
weeks.
go? They were
Could've done
gone
it.
for 3 weeks. What were we thinking?" I said, "Well, that's your fault."
So who currently has the local legend status?
I do.
Yuki.
All right, Yuki.
She's got a pretty
Eric, we
solid
gotta
lead
get
too
you
right
back on
now.
top, brother.
Yeah.
I
She's got
know.
married.
I know. I got to get back there.
I know, because there was this one day I took it one morning, and within the afternoon he took it back.
Oh.
That was a rough one. That was tough
That was
for
a
me.
good day.
That was bad. Do you know what it's like to get that you've got it, and then the same
Yeah.
day get the oops,
Yeah.
so and so took
Psych.
over. Get time to get back out there, and it's like, get
Already
back. I
did
just
it
was out.
today.
I know. I was
Exactly.
already there.
Done. I got you.
Strava's telling you, come on, get back out there.
You know,
like triggering.
We're all over the tracks. We're everywhere. But I actually kind of want to go back a little bit because you're both parents. You got 2 girls. And Yuki, if I remember your story right, you've run 24 or 25 Bostons, but they're not all in a row because you did take time to be a mom, and being a parent takes up a lot of training time.
Yeah.
Your kids are older now. I want to say they just graduated college. What was life like when you were younger, trying to stay running? You're both involved in running clubs. You're in the National One. You're in Millennium Running Club. What was it like during those years, keeping each other running all the time? You don't run together, but you would, like Eric, I've run into you before running by yourself. How would you motivate yourselves to run then when it was harder with kids? Because I could use that advice right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, it was about trying to find the times that worked, right? So she likes to run during the day or in the morning. And I just kind of built out that I'd start running at night. And we fortunately have, treadmill literally right next to us here in the room. I was started doing a lot of treadmill running at night. And that was really the only way. But, and we didn't have Dow Road to keep each other motivated at that point. But
There was no Strava
Yeah.
at that point when the kids
Right.
were young. But I didn't do Boston for those 5 years.
yeah,
Because it was hard to find time for that type of training. I think I might have done a 5K or here and there, but I really focused on being with the kids because it's exhausting.
Right.
but we would talk about it. Be like, look, this is, you want to run. This is your time to run during the day, and just had to kind of plan around it. There's really no other way than that. I mean, there was so much going on. And then I think as the kids got a little older, we'd run when they were at activities. So we would take them and we just, wherever they were, we'd find a route to go run at that point. And we were usually going in like different
Oh, yeah.
directions to different kids' activities. But yeah, we got out there.
Yeah, we'd
That's
never
actually-
miss an activity
Yep.
for the kids.
That's actually how my McIntyre run started. Cheerleading practice
Mm.
was at Dairyfield Park.
Yep.
And I would run around Dairyfield. I'd see that, and I'd be like, you know what? I remember doing that in high school. Let's go up there. That's how it started. And now it hasn't ended. So now I'm like, there needs to be a local legend there. There has to be.
You can
Like,
You can create one.
Yep.
I gotta figure it out. I would lose to Sherman though. The guy I see, he walks that 8 hours a day every day. The kids thing is hard, and you're through it. But you mentioned the treadmill. Isn't there a treadmill story? Like a treadmill is broken at the wrong time in the middle of winter, brand new, I think, right?
Yes.
And if Eric's running on the treadmill at night, was he the one who broke it? How? Tell me the
I-
treadmill story.
I blame Eric.
I definitely got blamed for that one, and it makes sense. Like,
yeah.
we bought a new treadmill, and what I came to learn later on is it was NordiTrack, but it was kind of like a defective model that they had built out. Like it had a very long board to run on, but the motor and all the stability was way in the back. So if you ran up to the front, you're putting a lot of kind of like pounding up there on that end. And yeah, one of those nights it cracked,
No.
and
In
pretty
her-
sure it was from me running on it, and it makes
It cracked
sense
in half?
again.
Yeah, the
Oh.
board just
Yeah, and we kept running on it for a
Oh.
while, but yeah, we eventually called and they took care of it. They gave us a brand new treadmill, but it took a while to get out there, and it was in the dead of winter, the worst time. it possibly
worst
could have
time.
been. Yeah.
But that's okay. Our kids do swim team, so we'd go to the YMCA, we'd get on those
Yep.
treadmills, or we'd
Mm.
force ourselves outside. But we figured out a way around it. But we're big treadmillers in the wintertime, so it was
Same
a rough
here.
time.
But I took a lot of grief on that one.
A lot of heat. You took the bullets.
Yep.
You take the bullets because then when you get the chance, you could fire one or two. But you take the ones in that you have
Yeah.
to take to get through the day, right?
I
Sometimes
take a lot more bullets than I fire off.
Okay.
Yuki, did your treadmill break around the same time you did? Didn't you do like the treadmill like 666 something like
Yeah.
that?
Oh
on it?
yeah,
Like,
that
was
was
an
I
awesome
did
one.
it was Satan's Sidewalk was the
Satan's
name of that one.
Sidewalk.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Ben Griffin still, you know, the Notchview guy there. He
Ben
has
Double
this
N.
he's
Shout out.
crazy. He's like, yeah, it was during COVID too. So he was
Okay.
trying to create like events for people, and I signed up to do 66.6 hours on a treadmill.
It's even worse than I thought. I couldn't
Yep.
remember if it was kilometers.
It was
or not.
hours.
Oh.
Yeah, it was hours. So I had it all set up, and Eric was there.
Yeah, it was during COVID, and there's like literally no live sports on. Like everything is shut down. The world
Yep.
is shut down. So I decided, I'm like, you know what? This is about the closest thing I'm going to get to a live sporting event for a while. So I grabbed the chair, I brought it in, brought my cooler of beer in, and just took videos. And I was
I could just see you
having
cracking jokes
beers.
watching her run.
He was. He
Yeah.
brought in a case of IPAs, and I'm
Yep.
on the treadmill doing, you know, I'm running all day. I was doing like 12, 15 hours of running for those days. I would sleep at night.
Unreal.
But he brought in sitting in the massage chair we've got. He's got his cooler
Got
of
it
beer.
all.
He's taking selfies, and you know, with his beer, with me in the background, like running on the treadmill, and
Yep.
then he's taking video. We watched movies, we watched some concerts, but
Okay.
because I was running till like midnight. He's like, "What are we gonna do tonight?" Well, I'm running on the treadmill, honey. You can. He's like, "That's
brought out the sign. You're almost there.
Excellent.
was being a real wise ass the whole time."
And she did it in costume. That was the other thing.
Oh,
Put
did
on
you
like the whole
really?
like goth outfit for
I
it.
would, yeah, it was.
Yep.
COVID made me do weird stuff like that. Like, I'm just gonna put on a double costume and run on a treadmill.
Satan's Sidewalk.
Say-
I mean, it fits the theme. Mhm.
I was, yeah. I put on like big dark eye makeup. I looked scary, especially at night. Yeah, we had some
Well,
fun.
it's really cool. It's really cool to see what you all do. Yuki shares a lot on social media, so it's a lot of fun. Eric, we got to amp that social media game up a little bit so I could know a little more about you. But you're one of my favorite dudes because you spell your name right. You're a diehard Boston Bruins fan. We should go to a game, actually. It's
Yep.
been forever for me. And then it's a lot of fun when I run into both you at a race because I just talk hockey with Eric. We don't run into each other a lot, but when I do, it's a lot of fun. Brings me up to your knee. You had a knee injury
Yes.
and you playing soccer, right?
Yep.
One of our big sponsors for this series is called Back in Action. And what Dr. Frank likes to do is he likes to do things to help you stay in action. If you have a knee injury, he teaches and treats your knee so you can keep running. What are some of the things you do to continue running now, knowing you had an injury, not so long ago playing soccer, but
Yeah.
there's that time of period where you played soccer and then you did college and work and then you met Yuki and got into running. Like, what was it like doing that with your knee? Was there a little bit of concern? Do you have to do anything to treat it throughout all these years?
I mean, I ice it. I probably definitely should go see the doctor because
Mm.
part of the injuries that I have is I actually have a torn ACL that I've never had repaired. So I still have it.
wow.
Had it since I was 17. Didn't know for a while. Actually found out after I started running, and I was
Mm.
still having like weird pain. And every once in a while, it would give out. And so I went to the doctor and like, oh, I don't think too much is wrong, but let's do an MRI anyways and go back in and get the results. And he like grabs my knee. He's like, oh, you have a torn ACL, and by the looks of it, and all the scar tissue that's built up around it, you've had it for a long time.
Mm.
And so like, yeah, just like continue with ice. I probably should do a lot more. I probably should have like knee braces and other things, but
I don't know how
for the
you've
most part,
gone
just suffered through
as
it.
far as you have.
You got to go see Dr. Frank.
I think
Yeah,
you should.
I think I should.
Yeah. His place
Definitely.
is awesome because it's like a gym. It's not, he's a chiropractor. Erica,
Yep.
help
He's
me out if I
a
do it.
rehab chiropractor, right?
Exactly.
Hmm.
So it's not your doctor's office where you just have the table, you lay down, he cracks your
Yeah.
back or he realigns
Mm.
you. He's actually working on everything kind of hips down to help you run. Or maybe it's the whole body. Maybe I'm getting hips down mixed up with the podiatrist from Australia. But
I think that's the podiatry thing. Yeah.
yeah, but he's doing a lot of things to help you stay in the game, is basically
Yeah.
stay in action. So that's interesting to know, though, that you had that knee injury all this time and just everything around it, the cartilage, the tissue, and all that have kind of built around to support your knee
Yeah.
and got you running.
Yep.
So That's actually really interesting to hear.
Yeah, it was. I went for a second opinion because the first guy's like, "All right, when can I cut you open?" And I'm like, "Well, hold on. If I've been a while,
Gone
like,
this
do
far,
I
man.
need this?" And
Yeah.
other doctors like, "Yeah, after a while, the muscles will build up and like compensate for the stability." But I did it after I had a significant tear of a meniscus and cartilage before that. Came back, worked really hard to get back, and just blew it right back out like a month and a half after coming back. And yeah, so it's been there for longer than I've not or had an ACL. I've not had one, so
You're used to it at this point.
Yuki, have you had any injuries over the years that you've had to manage and that Eric maybe has to like massage to get the planters out of your foot or something?
Oh,
she likes the foot massage now.
yeah. Poor Eric.
doesn't?
Oh my gosh. I got really injured training for the Ghost Train one year in 2019. I was going for like 100-mile, PR. It was like going to be my year. And I was doing all this training, and I'd signed up for the Forgotten Forest 9-hour ultra marathon. And I had these big goals. I was going to do 50 miles, and I'm in the race. Eric signs up, of course. I'll run 9 hours, honey, if you're going. So Eric signed up. I signed up, and in the middle of the race, I start feeling I had taped up my entire leg because things hadn't been feeling great. But you know how us runners are. I'll just use some KT tape and cover my whole leg and my glute and my hips, and I'll go off. I went, and I started out fine, and then things weren't great. And then at one point, I grabbed Eric. I go, "Can you come with me on one of these loops?"
I
Because
should have known something was wrong right there.
when I'm inviting Eric to run with me, and I go, "Something's not right. Can you come with me?" And I think you ended up literally carrying me for half of that loop. And I was crying, and I couldn't, and then I could no longer put weight on it. And I had to take 4 months off. I had a femoral stress fracture. So of course the tape isn't going to help when you've got that sort of thing, but you don't know. It feels just like some other thing. But anyway, poor Eric had to carry me. And then to make me feel better, he took me out to a lunch, and it was Connecticut. And he had to literally carry me into the restaurant. Like we should have just gone home, but he's like, probably, yeah. So he's carrying me. And then the whole 4 months he had to deal with me crying and complaining that I couldn't run for 4 months. Like I literally didn't run at all. So I think it was more of emotional.
It was rough. Yeah. I mean, that's, Yuki's one true love is getting out there.
I was
Seeing her
really
not be able to
depressed.
go,
Yeah.
It's definitely tough.
That's kind of why you took a step back from ultras, right? Or was that the timeline, or have you had other injuries since? Because if I remember right, when you were on with Tara and Lindsay, you shared that you don't have any ultra plans for the future because you're kind of going for these Bostons and these world majors and these other running events that are not on trail.
Yes, this happened in 2019. Then 2020 came. We all know the COVID happened. So then I got a break, but I did do some that 66.6 treadmill thing. That was during COVID, and I did some 50Ks, and I did go back and do Ghost Train afterwards, but I've been really very apprehensive about doing them ever since that happened, because I'm afraid that if I get injured, it will jeopardize the Boston Marathon. But I really would like to do them. And actually, when I watched your Notch View last weekend, I had such FOMO.
And she crushed the stories.
Crushed it. And it looked amazing. I'm like, I really want to be there. I love that race. It's one of my favorite races. And so I was feeling the FOMO, like maybe next year. I actually thought maybe next year I'll sign up. So
well, it's funny you say that, because next year I am volunteering to, I might sign up for the 12-hour or something, but I'm going to help Carolina hit her big goal. So if you want to come show up and do something, even just being there would be awesome, because everybody loves you there.
Oh,
you're
I love that.
So
I miss it. I miss the community most about the ultra races. So maybe not the distances so much, but it's the people I really miss. It's it's very different from road racing.
Plus that 1.9 mile loop is just a bitch after a while. It's the worst.
The hills, those 2 hills. But congratulations, oh my God, it was so amazing to watch your progress.
Crushed it. And then just let's keep pumping 6 Stars tires right now.
Yeah.
She crushed the stories for the Vermont 100 with Jared Ewing the other day.
Yes.
Crushed it.
Jared,
love those.
We're not worthy.
A little.
Yes.
All right,
I'll give her.
Side
She
tangent.
deserves
Jared's
it when
amazing.
I give her a hard time and when I yell at her for not doing it, but she even deserves it more when she crushes it. But this is not about her. That's all the pumping of the tires we're going to do. Listen, Yuki, Eric, We're going to get to our final two questions brought to you by my race tats soon. But watching you two not just run, you travel the world. I feel like you've been to Japan twice in the last 2 years. You go to concerts all over the world. Apparently, you only go to BTS concerts, but you're in Florida, you're in Canada, you're in like San Francisco, San Diego, wherever. You're all over.
Like Australia too, because your daughter was there, and like, oh my gosh, all over.
Right. You just did Australia.
Yeah. And New Zealand, yeah.
Which oh my God, I still wish I could go back to college and go abroad to New Zealand for a semester. One of my favorite things, though, is that you share all these travels and we get to live vicariously through you. You also share some of the bad moments, like the lost passport, a lost phone, lost bags. This is all on the most recent trip. What is the theme here? Eric, I sense you're not the one losing everything.
There's a theme. Yeah, someone loses things frequently.
Races, travel, you name it.
Bibs.
Yeah.
You travel so much. Tell us some of your favorite places, maybe some of the funnest stories or the wildest stories of anything, good or bad, ups or downs.
Give us some code browns. Yeah, we want to hear some code browns.
Besides the lost passport, I don't know if it gets any worse.
That's pretty big.
No,
that's
but
pretty stressful.
The one thing we didn't get to do this time around, at least not much of, is usually when we travel places, we like to go run. We like to go out there and
explore
and run in the morning and then go do whatever we're going to do with the family. But we were out so early a lot of these days and walking so much, we just couldn't find the energy quite for that. But we've had some good ones like Costa Rica. We've gone and we ran.
There was a code brown in Costa Rica, that's for sure. That was, I literally didn't think we were going to get back. I thought we were going to be goners.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I decided I like to explore when we go to like Mexico. I like to run in places that, off the beaten path. So I like to do those things. But in Costa Rica, and I usually bring Eric along. That's the one time we usually run together because safety. I don't want to be alone. So we try.
There's a drug cartel, they're running right the other way when they see me.
Yep. Eric's my bodyguard. But we went on this trail in Costa Rica, and I was like, I think there's going to be a good view up there. I don't know why I chose some dirt path.
Yep.
But I don't know. There was a vicious dogs literally started chasing. Like we could have gotten literally torn limb from limb.
Yeah, it was an interesting trail out there.
And then we got past them, and I didn't know how we were going to get by them. And I thought, this is it. The kids aren't going to see us. We're not going to go ziplining today. That's all I could think about.
Oh my God.
But it was a great view. So
it was. I had some great photos from that. Yeah. Yep. We did.
So how did you get around the dogs again? What happened? Were they just gone, or you picked?
No, I think they were. I think they were guard dogs over for an area, and I think it was literally like must have had like that electric fence because they never got quite to where we were, but they got close, and they were coming for.
I just stood there like, what do we do?
Sure we want to keep going this way, but
yeah. See, we didn't have any mace or anything. I think I've learned a lot. Like we should probably bring something on these travels.
And then my most disappointing one is we were running through a trail down to like the beach in Costa Rica one time, and she took a face plant, and I did not. I wish.
Oh, no.
I wish.
Oh no.
He said that. That's exactly what he said after I fell. I didn't have my camera.
I didn't go help her up. I took pictures. She's down on the ground.
I'm on the ground and
look at this. Click, 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 click.
Because Eric's role is taking footage. He is the content of all. Like, that's what he does.
He crushes it too.
He's always got the camera rolling all the time. Like I'll be doing something, and I'd look around, and he's just over there just videotaping me. I'm like, what are you doing?
Something crazy is about to happen, I'm sure. So
we had talked about some injuries, and we like to know about the best way you guys like to recover. And as a little gift, we are going to give you guys each a pair of UFOs to help you recover after your long runs or long day spectating. So what do you guys like to do for recovery?
Yuki, I'll let you go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I've been told that my house looks like a PT studio. I've got every little gadget available to man. I've got the boots, the Normatec boots. We bought this massage chair in our. Love those boots. I've got 4 different foam rollers, one that vibrates. I've got heating pads. I do everything. I just throw like the kitchen sink at my body because I don't know what's works or not, but we're just going to try it out. I like to sit in the hot tub. We have one of those.
God, why didn't you
Yeah.
invite us over yet?
We thought we were going to do this here.
The Yuki Recovery Studio.
I wanted to too. I wanted to originally. Yuki's PT would that has a nice ring to it. Yuki's PT. You know, fun story. Just the other day, so I have the Normatec boots. The other day, Ashley comes home. She's like, "I'm kind of tired. Can I go take a nap?" I'm like, "Yeah, go take a nap." Get a phone call about 30 minutes later. I'm like, she's calling me. She goes, "Are you still in the house? Like, did I want to make sure I didn't take the boys somewhere going a bike ride over?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm downstairs." Like, what? And she goes, "Can you come up here and plug the Normatec in? The battery died."
I've been there.
Yeah,
Yep.
he has been there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't
That's
want to
awesome.
get out of the boots to plug it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, we're happy to do the UFOs. UFOs has jumped on board for this. It's so cool. They're doing that. And Erica's really the one to thank for that. So thank you,
And
6
thank
Star.
you.
My
That's
cousin.
awesome.
Oh my gosh, thank you. And I told Eric this, but I left my UFOs in Japan. I had to throw them out.
Well,
She's had
now
them
you don't
forever.
have to worry. There's a fresh pair on the way.
This is like perfect timing. Couldn't be
That
better.
works out great. Well, guys, it's time for our final 2 questions, which never end up being our final 2 questions. Brought to you by My Race Tats. I go first. Now, I've changed it up for this series, and I usually direct it kind of towards the guy in the relationship and what's the advice you'd give another guy. And Eric, I kind of wrote mine just for you here.
Oh, boy.
What advice would you give someone who just started dating a girl who's in her glitter phase? Glitter, gems, costumes. Doesn't necessarily have to be a runner, just in their glitter phase.
Honestly, think long and hard about what you're about to get yourself into and run the other way.
That was not the answer I was expecting.
Oh, it's the answer I expected all
Yeah.
along.
Run
I
away.
mean, I married in. There's nothing I can do at this point. But yeah, you got a chance. Save yourself. Go save
What do the
yourself.
kids think? Like, you got 2 girls. Are they all in? Do they help? Are they kind of like run away?
They're like in between. They help a lot, and then sometimes when if she goes a little overboard, they run the other way at that point.
Yeah.
They don't know.
But they
me.
actually do a really good job. I think they've been really helpful, like coming up with ideas and
Yes, Katie's my fashion consultant.
Yep.
If I ever have an idea, I always run it by her, and she will tell me straight up, it's not going to work.
Mm.
And I listen to her. Mhm.
Has
She
she ever
helped
had
me.
to talk you into like changing an idea or just completely talk you out of something? Like, is there an example of when that happened?
I mean, she helped me with this year's Boston costume with I had like 3 different leotards. The one I was going to do or choose, she said, absolutely not. It has to be this one, this other one that you bought. And I bought a couple to try them on. And she was right.
it's literally like a fashion show. She leaves the room and comes back in a different outfit, and
I
then
do.
5 minutes later, she's back with another one.
Yeah, and Katie's sitting there like, okay, turn around. And she said, yeah, and I would ask her about the placement of the rhinestones, like, and I would, she'd tell me like, no, they have to go there and you need to use these colors. So she's very helpful. I'm
That's
grateful.
awesome. She is going to a fashion college, right? Like is
Yes.
it Georgia?
Yeah, Savannah, Georgia. This is Savannah School of Art and Designs for fashion
Amazing.
design. So she
So
has
we'll
an eye
do
for this.
so well there.
She's a stylist all the
Are
way.
you ready for one of yours to leave the nest and go far away?
This is our empty nest phase for Eric and I. So we don't really know what's going to happen, do we?
I don't know if we're really ready.
I don't think so. I don't know. We're so invested in them. Our whole life is like
The oldest just graduated college and she went to like Syracuse, or right?
Yeah.
Out there in
She
New York.
did, yeah.
She went far away, but sounds like Katie's going even further. Like you're not driving to Savannah.
No,
definitely not.
We won't be able
Not
to see
again, at
her
least.
that much. So we'll have to figure this out. This is all new territory for Eric and I because our whole weekend is usually about what are the kids doing, where are we going to be, and now we don't really have that. So we're gonna have to figure out. Well,
we're gonna have to go to BTS concerts on our own now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the two
I
of
think
us.
you'll be doing that.
You'll always have Dow Road,
sure.
that's for sure.
We always
will
will.
always
Yeah,
have Dow Road.
Yeah, you always. Have
there'll be a
Dow.
lot of competitions in the future. I think.
All right. Does that mean it's time for my question?
It's your
Eric's
turn.
is out of the way. So Yuki knows that my question is we have that Spotify playlist, and now I would like to know what the two of your song is, like your wedding song, or just a song that describes the two of you in a nutshell.
Or a BTS song. Which I guarantee I've never heard.
Butter.
But-
It's gonna be butter.
Butter.
Smooth like butter.
I know. I mean, wedding song was so long ago. At this
Eric doesn't
point.
even remember the wedding
Yeah.
song. So that was like, 20-something years ago. So it would have to be. And we thought about this because I knew the question, Erica. And it's a tough question, even when you have time to even think about
Yep.
Yeah.
the
We listen
song.
to such different music.
Eric is Metallica, like hard stuff, Guns N' Roses, and I'm the complete op. I'm like bop, K-pop, hip hoppy stuff. So
I know. We said welcome to the jungle because that's pretty much what this place is.
we do it. There are actual literal animals all over the place,
Yeah.
and it's
That'd be
chaos.
the most fitting.
It does
your
look
own
like
pets, or you just like in the hanging out?
we have
Pets and other random visiting animals that come here.
It also
raccoons
looks
and
like Christmas behind you.
Yep.
yeah, we keep the Christmas decorations up sometimes all year long because we just.
Less
It
wild.
is. It's a jungle.
love
It's a
it.
complete jungle. It's just got everything.
That's
Love it.
honestly a perfect song.
For two of us is perfect.
Welcome to the jungle. It's a good one. We actually finally took down our last Christmas decorations. Like we're talking weeks ago, and you want to know what we put up? Halloween.
Oh,
In
that's
Yes.
right.
July, because the
Yep.
boys just continue to go downstairs and grab everything Halloween and bring it up. We just finally said fine.
Why not?
So
It's
we're
time.
decorated downstairs for Halloween. We got spider webs, we got things and all that. And for the next few months, they love it. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it that they love it. So
That's huge. We already have our daughters already gave us a link to the Halloween decoration that we're already buying. Apparently, the Freddy Fazbear animatronic that's going to be at Spirit Halloween. So we've already started our planning.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's like their favorite horror movie
Yeah.
or
Oh,
game
wow.
or whatever. So, yep.
Yeah. So we'll start
Oh.
decorating. We used to start in August.
I'm all
It's
about
here.
Christmas. I always have the Christmas lights myself. Like downstairs, we have like a garland that just like kind of goes around a mirror, and we're like, nah, that just stays. It's a pain in the ass to like move it and refluff it. It's the fluffing of the that stuff. Can't handle it. So I get it. We have our favorite holidays. Decorate whenever you want, whatever makes you happy.
Yes.
however, Christmas music, you can't start till the day after Thanksgiving.
Correct.
That's fair.
Yeah, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Erica and I agreed, and
Mhm.
Eric is just that awesome, and Yuki's saying silent.
It's typical.
Yes. Yep.
We are
Christmas
the
music all year.
opposites, but yet we complement each other so well.
I love it. A nice topic to end on. Millennium Running Club. You've been a part of this club forever. So the way we started is Yuki, you started running, you brought Eric to your running club, and now you guys do go to running club together. You're part of this whole Millennium Club. You know Eric and Tracy. I think this half of this series, we're just going to have Eric's on. Like, you know all of them. Talk a little bit about the club, because you only do a few races, but you still show up on Tuesdays.
Yeah. And we joined the club during COVID because prior to that, I was in another club, and Millennium Running found a way to keep us all running with their races, their anytime 5K.
The workouts.
They kept the workouts going. And I said, Eric, I think we need to join the Millennium Running Club.
Mm.
So, because I need to keep running. It's COVID, and there's people still running together in a safe way. So we can do this. So we joined the club, and that's how we got involved and met people like Eric and Tracy and everyone else, and John and Jen. And we started going to the workouts and going to the happy hour hustles. And it just
Club
grew.
runs.
Hub runs,
Yep.
loved it. I love everything that they do. Like it just,
Mhm.
and Eric ended up winning a superlative, I think, that one year.
Yeah, supporting you.
Well, that's a
They
great
got the award.
superlative.
Yeah.
He won
Yes.
an award for being teammate of the year.
Yeah, teammate of the year.
Teammate of
That's
the
awesome.
year.
Solely on supporting one person.
Yeah, but we know you'd be out there supporting the others, just like the other
Absolutely.
Eric.
He does.
Yeah. No, the other Eric is the best Eric, by the way. He
He
supports
says that's the better Eric.
everyone. He is. And it's true. He is the better Eric by far. So,
I know
So-
so many Erics.
And they all support
mind-blowing.
you right.
yes. Yep.
Yes.
I met another one at Notchview this past weekend, and then I saw him at Vermont too. Like I've just been Eric's all the time, everywhere, and I'm not mad at that.
Oh, they're great people.
So much fun. They do
Yep.
they do everything right. Yeah, top notch.
Well, this was a lot of fun. You know, it was interesting. The story, like, we didn't know that was coming about. you dated, then you didn't date, and then you're put in the same cube, and that boss, like, if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be here now. That was the episode in itself. That made the episode. The running part is just fun along the side. We know, like, the costumes, that's kind of a big thing. The BTS, the traveling. I love to see, and Eric, I joked, like, you don't have a strong social media game. You don't
don't.
have to.
He does,
because
though, 'cause
Yuki
he
posts
filmed
it
it all
all
for
for
you.
you.
Exactly.
I tag him in everything.
Yeah, I can't tell you the number of people who I run into it. I'll be like Target shopping, and someone comes to like, "Are you Yuki's husband, Eric? I know you from Facebook." Not again.
Poor Eric. He's like, are you?
You take it well. You do well. But guys, this was fun. I enjoy getting to learn. Most of this series has been a blast because we have someone who's our pod fam in most cases, and we know them well. They've been on in some cases multiple times, and then we get to meet somebody else who's a part of their life, and it was a lot of fun. And you two absolutely right, dressed for the occasion.
Aw.
You got the hat, you got the shirts. It was awesome. So
Thank you so much for having
it was
us.
fun.
Yuki and Eric, you guys are off to do more amazing things this summer, and I really hope that we can connect at some point, just bumping into each other or at a run club, whatever.
live
but-
show.
live
At a
show,
live
you guys gotta
Yes.
do the live
Yes.
shows. But you guys are amazing, and it was really nice to get to know Eric a little bit better. Now that we know Yuki, the icon, but we know Eric, who's there supporting her every step of the way. So you guys are just an awesome team, and we thank you for coming on and talking to us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you. That was a lot of fun. We really appreciate it.
Eric, final question. What do you think the Bruins are going to do this year?
Ooh.
Yeah.
They need some help, my man. They need some help.
We need to score.
Yeah. Yep.
And they
Yeah,
got Turka, but I mean, I feel like we didn't do anything in the free agency, no big trades. We're just going to be the same team.
Yeah.
It's
gonna roll with the same soft defense. It's not good.
December 1st. I think Yuki and Eric should buy us tickets. No. Yuki and Erica should buy us
Oh,
tickets.
Wait,
There
I
you
want to
go.
go. I have a
December
jersey.
1st. You know what
I wanna
December
go.
1st is, right?
December
Oh.
1st.
It's Bergie's
Oh, the
night.
retirement day for Bergeron. Yes.
yeah.
To retire his number.
You have
Yep.
to. You have to. Yuki and Erica.
Let's
we'll
do it.
talk later.
Yep.
Yep.
You got the yes from Yuki. I'm like, I don't know about that. I want
know
in,
probably-
though.
No, we have
We'll
to
go
be
all four
there,
of us.
Erica. Yeah, we have to all be there.
No. We-
Why can't we go?
You-
'Cause
the four of
I
us
took
are
Yuki-
nothing.
I took Yuki on a date in 2002 to Bruins Canadians playoff game. Right. I thought I was like boyfriend of the year. I'm like, this has got to be it. I got to.
He's trying to impress me.
I'm like,
Uh-huh.
who doesn't love hockey? Apparently, he was not the biggest fan. And then we're in the stands, and the game did not go well. This was Joe Thornton era. Then pretty
Yeah.
much right after that, they traded him after this series after they
We're
lost.
probably at the same game.
Yeah, they lost the game. Yuki got a beer like poured down her on a leather jacket. We were in between a bunch of Canadians fans and Bruins fans that were pretty much about to attack each
Oh,
other at the end of
no.
the game. She said, "Never again. I'm never going again."
My
And
first
Eric-
Bruins game.
Eric
You
in his
guys have
head is
won.
like, yeah, never again. We lost. Why would I bring you back?
Yeah, you had bad luck. You're not getting anyways. Don't worry about it.
No, you guys have been back since, haven't you? I
We
think
have.
I've seen
Oh, yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it's fine.
I got my kids into it. That was the way to get us back.
Eric, let's go to a Bruins game one day. I can't wait. Guys,
Done.
it's just fantastic. I'm so excited to have Eric on. Yuki, you've been a huge supporter. You share our stuff so often. Like,
Love you guys.
I look at all our followers, and I'm like, half of those are because Yuki keeps sharing. So thank you so much for it.
Feeling is mutual, my friend.
Yes. Eric, I'm going to link all your stuff. So send me the longevity. Good luck in New York.
Mm.
It's going to be an amazing day. It's going to be the best marathon of your life, guaranteed. Lock it down. I can't wait, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Yuki and Eric Chorney on the On the Runs podcast. That was wicked awesome.
Hey runners, whether you're training for your first 5K or your 10th marathon, injuries don't have to be part of the journey. At Back in Action in Concord, New Hampshire, we specialize in keeping runners just like you strong, healthy, and on the road. We put together a free guide covering injury prevention and recovery. This is built for runners by runners. Download it for free in the show notes. And don't wait for something to hurt. Get the guide, stay in the game.
The two of you are just so amazing, and it was so nice to get to catch up a little bit and chat and hear about all of your amazing adventures around the world. You guys are just too cool. So keep it up. I love living vicariously through you.
Yeah, I had to ask those BTS questions and some of the travel ones. Like, I just had to know a little bit, and it was. I don't think I would have asked if I didn't see them on the World Cup game the other day. So that was
That was such a
incredible.
cool little thing. Yeah.
We kind of already knew they don't run together. I guess maybe we thought they did when they could, but you and I have run into Eric out running before. Like,
Yeah.
in Nashua, Mines Falls, or that general area, we've run into him before more than Yuki, and he's out there getting his run in. And it was great to learn about how, he meets Yuki. That breakup story was awesome. And then he kind of follows her. And I love that he's just like watching a race. And he's like, well, if I'm going to come here, I'm going to run.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's still an incredible supporter. He's on the sidelines cheering, getting the video content all the time. I did not know about getting the content of her coming back in the house all the time to be like, I forgot this.
You got to watch the Instagram stories more. Yeah, it's so funny. Just like, oh, Yuki forgot something, or she's running out the door. There's like 5 minutes till the race starts, and they're still at home.
That was great.
It's
The
fun
watch
stuff.
story and then the shoe in the same race. So, or the bib, and that was
Crazy.
another one. And then, yeah, so I talked to Yuki on the phone earlier today before. I was like, can we push it back 30 minutes? And I said, all we're going to talk about is the Facebook post you made about the 5 disaster things that happened on your trip. But we're going to take a deep dive into that. So I love that they share everything. And if they don't share it, where it's so bad and nasty like a Code Brown, she will tell us a year later. So,
well, hey, at least you can tell somebody. We are a safe space. I like to think of it that way.
Yeah. So they're awesome. Thank you so much, like Yuki, seriously, for all your support. You are always pumping our tires. You are the best. Eric, thrilled to have you part of the pod fam. 6-star. Take us home.
Thank you, Yuki and Eric. Again, you're amazing. And thank you once again to our partners. We have My Race Tats, who's going to be celebrating a big anniversary soon. So look forward to some sales going on. Thank you, Back in Action Cairo. And thank you, UFOs, for everything that you do. And thank you, everybody out there, for listening. You know we love you.
Don't fear the Code Brown.
And most importantly, don't forget to stretch.
There was a high-speed car chase
during the race,
which I didn't see, but Mike was
SUVs come
involved
by me. Tires, they threw the tire strippers down. They ripped their tires off. The guy went flying
into the mangroves or
in the
whatever
middle
those are
of
called.
like 1,000 people running up the side of that 7-mile
Mike's like, you
bridge.
didn't see the